At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy. And today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. He's going to bring it out from deep. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Michigan State Spartans return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse, too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
The Spartans moving quickly to the line. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Kept it, and he's past the mark. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartan. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The extra point is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Palmer.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of the defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team in the program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The offense moves, but it's because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the F. Boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Defensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to kick and kick and kick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. All wideouts, no backs. He's looking to throw. Complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. This defense has been sliced and diced, and now facing another 1st and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you're going to bow up. Nice job on 1st down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Gets rid of it. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It's super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete. The but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Fires a ball, now it's picked off. Bringing it back, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Complete to start this drive. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
On second down, looking to throw. Fires to the right. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 15. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. You can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Offense working from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick and get to the first down mark.
And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Spartans have this offense rolling. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
On second down, he'll fire. Looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the...
Down.
And fall to the turf, it'll be third down.
Well, he's not going to get a lot of chances like that. He was in position to make the play in the end zone, put a touchdown up on the board for his team, and he drops the pass.
He's not afraid to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Sparty. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
31, Minnesota, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second and grab.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Unloads quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Up-tempo for the offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Fires to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And he'll sail it way. For everybody.
Offense deciding to go to the quick game here in the passing attack, just getting it out of the QB's hands quickly. Just got to do a better job with fundamentals, guys. These are the throws you're supposed to be able to make in your sleep.
Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for...
And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to go up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead.
31, Minnesota 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close it.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something there.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find the matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude, keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the draw. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
38, Minnesota, 24.
And he's going to run it back. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Quarterback checking the play. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Open.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. He's got his man. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. The Spartans are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan State. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilliam.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. It doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Good timing on the quick out.
The defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Gets it out fast. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Back to the air one more time. Quickly to the tight end. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
A nice catch, way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
8th play of the drive coming up. Trying play action. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Golden Gophers are in the hurry up. On 3rd down, going up top. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a playmaker. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't work the ball in. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Try deep shot for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense getting set for 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's McWilliams. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. This quarterback has to stay calm, cool, and collected and drive his team down for a score late in the 4th. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 2nd down coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Smarty. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. On the option, the pitch. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here. Not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we'll see the number 7 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Onside kick. How about that for a start? You roll the dice on the opening kickoff and steal a possession. It's a confident move. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
How about that to start the game off by this defense? Decides to drop back on the first play, and this quarterback has no time at all because of the pressure up front.
The sack sets up second down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to pass here on second down. The pass rush has got him again. Sacks.
Well, Chris, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. We're still adjusting, trying to get ready to start this game. That's back-to-back sacks to start the football game. And now, how do you like to face this third down if you're the quarterback after getting sacked the first 2 plays?
Running out of time in the pocket. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
They'll kick it away here. No chance for a return. That football bounces away from the returner and heads out of bounds. The Nittany Lions offense comes out for their first possession today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. 2 good teams with great individual players.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Handoff to the single back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
The Nittany Lions will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can he get a drive going this time? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the +42. And the Spartans hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Well, it's a nice job of picking up the first down by this Michigan State running back. And Chris, you think back over the years, Think of how many good backs we've seen wear these colors for Michigan State. Going back to Lorenzo White, guys like T.J. Duckett, Le'Veon Bell, Javon Ringer, always a good back in East Lansing.
Keeping it on the ground here. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be fourth down. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And it's no good. He missed it. With that miss, no change in the score.
Off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
Using his legs, it's Wallace. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run in the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the pass is incomplete. Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up fourth down now. Nittany Lions will bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. They need something out of this possession. Last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. The Spartans will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Makes a quick grab. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. A new set of downs after that completion.
Good job up front here by this offensive line to protect the Michigan State quarterback and give him time to make an accurate throw for the first down. Over the years, especially recently, they've had great quarterback play. Connor Cook, 3 years of starting, outstanding performances by his Michigan State offenses. Kirk Cousins, we saw what he could do when he was at East Lansing and the job he's now doing in the NFL. Even going back to Drew Stanton, who's more of a dual threat guy. The Spartans have had really good quarterback play.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Ouch, that is an obvious call. You cannot make contact with the quarterback after the throw. And the Spartans will line up here on first down and goal. And now the handoff. And the defense wraps him up.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Oh, it's snapped to the back. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And so it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And on the carry, he's heading left. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. One play moves the ball to the 41. It'll be first down. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
It's a shotgun run call. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So, Kirk, it's Michigan State with the lead here. Let's check out the stats now for the opening period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't find anybody on third down, throws it away, and now fourth down coming up. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Solid game, moves the ball to the 37. The Spartans looking to run some tempo here. Breaking free at midfield. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Here's the second down play. And the quarterback dropping back. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. He'll take a deep shot here. This one is broken out and falls.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And the coverage team downs the ball right there. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Hey, this defense continues to just be physical. It's a line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground. And by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional.
Looking for a deep completion. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Nittany Lions are going to keep this drive rolling. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss. Important second down play coming up. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
He's hit just as he throws the ball. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Past the 40. At the 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Great job here by the linebacker, taking advantage of that pressure by his own defense. They got to that quarterback. In fact, he was hit as he was releasing the ball. Ball's in the air, and the linebacker recognizes to be able to make that play and takes it to the house for the touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They start from the 25. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They'll tackle him at the 27.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And he's got his man open downfield. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Signs the quick throw. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and the ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Now comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
An inside give now from the shotgun. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. They talk strategy here. Quarterback operating an empty set. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks to the left, pass caught. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. The Spartans will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. This one is broken up, the ball's incomplete.
Most offensive coaches, they're going to be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man. But I'm curious to see if they're going to test this defensive back again because of the excellent coverage he's having out there.
He's going to take off here. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but it's down at the 28-yard line. The offense will now quickly spend the timeout.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Going again on 2nd and 10. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And Indy Lions will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Trying to build in a positive 1st half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. It's an important 1st down on that running play. And the same runner's got it again. Running with purpose. They bring him down at the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the 1st down. 2nd down play coming up.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a 1st down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And the Spartans lining up here on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. And the Spartans come up to the line in a hurry up.
Good job up front here by this offensive line to give this quarterback enough time to be able to make the right read and throw. And over the years, Chris, Michigan State, that signal caller always seems to be efficient and smart and accurate. We're seeing that again today.
He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Hold it.
That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looks like he's going to run it. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the 1st down.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Defense is coming after him. Will he score here? And a nice 1st down game there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The Spartans come to the line with first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the wideout goes in motion. The shotgun running play call. Fights through a tackle. Moves the ball up to the 30. Again, makes it second and medium. Using his legs, it's Wallace. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He makes the grab. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. And the running back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Breaking free at the 35. Quarterback gets down. Big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards. There.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
They look to throw it here on second down. He's looking deep here. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25.
Well, I love plays like this when everything just kind of comes together. It's like an orchestra. Offensive line giving the quarterback enough time. The receiver works from the left all the way over across the formation to the right. And the quarterback with that time puts the ball right on the money. Well designed, well executed here for a big play for this offense.
So, Kirk, it's Michigan State with the lead here. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
What a defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Direct snap to the back. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. And 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Touchdown, Sparty. This offense really clicking. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away.
Michigan State, 28, Penn State.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Wallace. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hasn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
No connection there. The pass is incomplete. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. He'll take a deep shot. The catch is made inside the 10. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
So from the 9-yard line, it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback drops back. Caught near the goal line. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
And there's the tight end. I've been waiting to see him make a play, and this defense has done such a good job of eliminating him from being a factor in the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead. He finally makes an appearance for his 1st catch.
They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. This one sails through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Looking to the end zone, and it's picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. And the Spartans bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And the ball is away from inside the 10. Runner falls on a football to prevent the turnover. That could have been disaster. And the return man runs out of bounds.
Woo, he catches a break here. Always good to have friends looking out for you on the job. That was almost a major momentum shift, if not for the returner's teammate coming in to recover that fumble.
Heavy pressure, he lets it go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Pass not complete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Quarterback roughed up. Let's hope he's okay. Automatic first down coming. So now the offense has a fresh set of downs after that roughing the passer penalty. We'll keep it on the ground with the counter play.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
The pocket breaking down. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. The pass rush closing in. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. And the hands team able to recover the football. Michigan State offense is back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Football knocked loose in the backfield. The offense falls on the fumble. Keeps possession.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. Offense operating from the pistol. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Getting set. Here's second down. The quarterback's got it on the option. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan State. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver Kirk perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. By completion, good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Wallace. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Now they're going to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's caught downfield. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch. And the Nittany Lions looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Looking to throw yet again. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, I love this, but I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back. But here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. The linebacker shifting around now. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They call the counter play here. And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. And a handoff as they run the counter play. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
Trying for a fourth down completion. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Spartans.
The coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. The sophomore able to get home with the sack. We go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. We're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.